The Shutaf organization, devoted to children and teens with special needs, is celebrating its 5th year with a benefit concert on August 20th at the Liberty Bell Park Amphitheater in Jerusalem. Earlier this week, I spoke to Executive Director Beth Steinberg about her work and the remarkable organization which she co-founded.
Well, before Shutaf, there really weren't programs, especially during vacation periods for kids with special needs. I made Aliyah in 2006 with my 3 kids and my husband, and it wasn't that easy in New York, and it was not easy here. I met with my co-founder, Miriam Avraham. We're both parents to children with special needs. I said, "What do you do during the summer?" She said, "It's a catastrophe." And we said, that's got to change.
So what kind of activities does Shutaf provide?
We started with vacation programs. We run 3 weeks of camp in August when there's the most need. Parents really, every parent is looking for a program in August, both with special needs and whether you have a child who's typically developing. We run a 1-week camp Hanukkah time, a 1-week camp Pesach time before the holidays. We also run a year-round program. Thursday afternoons, we do weekly youth groups for kids and younger teens. We also run a Thursday evening program for older teens, as well as now a life skills program that's been starting on Wednesday afternoons for teens. Teens are our biggest growing program area.
Now, I understand your programming is not just for special needs children. You also include typically developing children. Why do you believe that it's so important to integrate the two groups?
How do we learn to live together as a greater society unless we actually spend time with each other? And that process has to begin in childhood. Kids have to have unique and wonderful experiences with their peers who have special needs. And then we can find out that difference just isn't so different.
Your organization is about to celebrate its 5th anniversary, and I understand that you have a very special musical guest planned to attend.
We were really excited to do something special. We suddenly said to ourselves, wow, it's year 5. We're so pleased with our success. We're pleased with our innovation in terms of what we do inclusion-wise, which is truly unusual for the country. I would even say it's unusual for the world. It's a reverse inclusion model. We said, how do we celebrate? And we made contact with Michael Grelsamer, who's a local artist. We wanted a Jerusalem artist with a name that's been growing and building. He's a great guy, came and visited camp this past week, and he sang songs with the kids, and we'll be celebrating in the amphitheater at Gana Ka'amon this Monday, the 20th, at 7:30.
How does your program receive its funding?
That is what Miriam Avraham and I, my co-founder and colleague, do all year round. We pretty much raise money. The purpose of the event on Monday evening is truly a fundraiser. We want the word to get out more in Jerusalem. Sure, if it builds donors locally, that's very important for us to do as well. We also want to just build friends and have people know what we're doing. But Miriam and I spend time applying to foundations, working on private giving. A lot of it happens outside Israel. I'd like to see giving grow in Israel. This is a program in Israel for Israeli children, and we should give to such a program, meaning locals should give, as well as finding our way towards government funding. That's a larger and more complicated issue, which really takes time, which we're working on. So we see a successful future for Shutaf.